So, this was Shkodra. Actually, it was really interesting. Looking at these mountains first, they really anchored the whole place, didn't they? Just seeing how they sat right against the water, it was a good way to start. This was our first look at Lake Shkodra. Actually, it was really striking, seeing those yellow boats against the blue. You can see Ornella over there on the right, just taking it all in. It was a beautiful way to start the day, really. The mountains there, they just sat so heavy over the lake. And as we panned across, you could see the whole length of the promenade stretching out. It looked like the road had been freshly tiled, really clean. There went the old Mercedes just fading into the distance. It was a bit of a narrow, long space, wasn't it? That stone pier was really impressive, wasn't it? You saw people just wandering along the top there, while the boat was docked below. We were staying in Shkodra for 5 nights, and we booked this villa really just for the view. It's interesting how even though Albania isn't a huge country, it is just so incredibly diverse in its geography. 1 minute, you're looking at these rugged mountains, and then you have this massive expanse of water right in front of you. It really feels like 2 different worlds meeting in one place. Standing on the balcony like that, it was easy to see why we stayed. And then, just as the light started to fade, these hills took on a completely different character. It was so quiet, you could really hear everything. Below our balcony, this shepherd was just moving his goats through the dark. It's a rhythm that hasn't changed here in centuries, has it? It really grounded the whole experience for us, and we saw them every single night. That same sound of bells just drifting up to the balcony like clockwork. It became our nightly ritual, didn't it? To get down to the lake, we had to navigate these steep little paths first. It was really quiet back here, wasn't it? Just the 2 of them leading the way down. And then, look at this. We found these kiwis just hanging over the garden walls. It was really surprising finding them in Albania, but apparently the climate is perfect for them. They're grown in home gardens all over Shkodra.
I've never seen
Who knew,
where
right?
kiwis come from.
Normally from New Zealand.
But like I've never seen a tree.
And right after the kiwis, we found these pomegranates. Every garden seemed to have a surprise, didn't it? You know, Lake Shkodra isn't just a nice backdrop. It's actually one of the oldest lakes in the world. It's been the heart of this region for millions of years. It really has. It's the largest lake in the Balkans, and it acts like this natural bridge between Albania and Montenegro. For the city, it really is everything. It's their history, their food, their whole way of life. Standing out here, you really get the sense that the lake isn't just part of the city is part of the lake. It's a pretty special place, isn't it? And during the communist years, this water was actually a heavily guarded border. People would look across toward Montenegro and wonder what life was like on the other side. Now, it's just a place for families to walk and for birds to migrate. It's a profound shift, isn't it? Coming from that period of isolation, it's really incredible to see how Shkodra is reclaiming its place as a cultural hub. It's always been known as the intellectual heart of Albania, even when things were, when they were much harder. Now you see all these young people and families out, looking toward the future and the EU. There's this sense of momentum here. You can really feel it when you're just wandering through these streets. It's not just a city, it's a story in progress, isn't it? And you see this diversity in the people too, like that woman in the burqa just walking past. Albania is actually known for its religious harmony, different faiths just living side by side in peace. It's a really unique part of the identity, isn't it? It's hard to beat a local beer while you're just taking it all in. Albania actually produces quite a lot of its own, and with all this fresh mountain water nearby, the quality is really high. It's grounded, just like the rest of Shkodra, isn't it? If you're finding these walks helpful, we've actually been building a whole playlist for Albania and the wider Balkans. It's all in the description if you want to explore further. We're just trying to capture the real character of these places as we go. It really feels like there's still so much more to uncover, doesn't it? People often ask why we picked Albania. To be honest, it's exactly for places like this. You want to find somewhere that hasn't been polished up for tourists yet. We wanted to see the real contrast of the country, from the energy of Tirana to the ancient stone streets of Berat. We spent time in Pogradec, right on these shores of Lake Ohrid, and even crossed over into Montenegro and North Macedonia. It wasn't always smooth. We found tiny raki distilleries that only the locals know about. And we definitely had a few encounters with some pretty angry locals along the way. But that's the point, isn't it? You really never know what's around the next corner. By the time we reached the promenade, you could really feel the steady local rhythm. It's interesting to think, just a few decades ago, this kind of open social life was so restricted. Since the currency here is the lek, everything feels very grounded and local. It hasn't been commercialized in the way you might expect. You really see these small family businesses everywhere. Just like this little mini market right on the corner. It felt like a proper neighborhood. And looking back at these hillside houses, you really saw how these communities are growing. Many of these homes are built by the Diaspora, Albanians who moved away, but really, they keep their hearts right here in these hills. It's more than just bricks and mortar, isn't it? It's about a deep sense of momentum for the whole region. Just building a future on the hillside that really speaks to their resilience. So, we'll leave it here for now. Just listening to the rhythm of these bells drifting through the dark. It's that sense of continuity that makes this place so special, isn't it? A city moving forward, but keeping its soul. Thanks for walking with us, and we'll see you in the next one.